Hello, and welcome to National Louis University. My name is Hannah Wilson, and I am the Assistant Director of Student Engagement here at National Louis. Today, I am going to be your facilitator, and I'm going to be providing you out with some additional tips and tricks that is going to help you be successful during your time here at NLU. We just want to welcome you and thank you so much for choosing our institution to continue your education, and we hope while we're here that we're able to provide you with the knowledge that's going to allow you to be successful in your future endeavors. So today, we are going to be, as I mentioned before, providing you with some tips and tricks and some additional resources that's going to help you be successful. So first, we're going to be talking about Zoom, and I'm going to provide you with just ways to help you navigate Zoom. Also, I'm going to be talking about D2L. I'm going to be talking about orientation modules. Both of those will actually be a live demo. So first, I'm going to talk about using Zoom. So Zoom is actually going to be one of the many functions that you use especially this quarter, especially since all of our classes are remote. A lot of your classes will be through Zoom. To let you know how to access Zoom, more than likely your professor or your instructor might provide you with a Zoom link, which as you see on the screen, you have the beginning of the web address, and then at the end there is the ID number. So usually your instructor might provide you with the whole entire Zoom link, which includes the numbers. You can pretty much just take that Zoom link and put it into any internet browser that you use. Your instructor might also provide you with just the ID number. If your instructor does provide you with just the ID number, then you would just go to nl.zoom.us and it'll take you to the Zoom website. Within that website, you'll see an option that says join a meeting, and all you have to do is press that button and just type in the Zoom ID numbers. Okay. Once the meeting has launched, you have the opportunity and the option to use either computer audio or Zoom in through your phone. Since it's pretty much best that you do your schoolwork from your computer, I would suggest that you use the option of opting in using your computer audio. In attempts to join the meeting before your instructor has logged in, you will receive a message that says the meeting has yet to begin. So don't worry if you see this, do not be alarmed. You simply can just wait until the instructor has started the meeting. This is a great time for you to kind of test the audio. In the meantime, making sure you can see, making sure you can hear, so when the instructor does finally log in or log on, you'll be ready to go. Okay? Also, you want to make sure that if you have any issues or any problems, you can always call the help desk, which is helpdesk@nl.edu, and the number is 866-813-1177. To provide you with some additional information about Zoom, I'm going to put this over here so you guys can see the whole entire screen and control panels. You will see that at the bottom of the Zoom, there's a row of control panels. So the first one you will see is the actual mute button. And so that one allows you to be able to speak, and it also allows people to hear what's coming from your audio. I always tell students that unless you are speaking, always keep your computer on mute so it eliminates any feedback that might be heard in the background. So a lot of times, even though you're quiet, people that are speaking or just sounds and noises that's in the background, your whole entire class can hear that as well. So just to eliminate all of those background noises, I always suggest that students keep their computer on mute until it's time for them to actually speak. The next icon you'll see is a microphone. So like I mentioned before, that is also what allows you to speak. So if you see a red line across it, that means you're on mute, which is great. So in order to unmute it, just press the button and the red line will go away. Same for the next icon, which is the video image. This allows individuals to actually see your face. Unless the red line is across, they won't see your face. So once you unpress that button, people will see your face. I always say it's also great, just for interaction and for engagement, unless, something's going on, it's always best just to show your face. Just provides a little more engagement. I feel like, you're able to connect more with your instructor and with your classmates when students can actually see your face. Also, if you see the icon next to that, it's an arrow that points upward. That allows you to control the camera, and it also gives you the option to change your background as well. So, if you want to change your background so people can't see what's behind you, or if you want, to change your background to something that's resonating with the times, you can always change your background by pressing that arrow, and it'll give you an options of how to do that. The next thing you see is the share screen button. So that's really important as well. If your instructor, allows you to share your screen, or if you have to present or you need to show your screen to the class, this is an icon that you would use in order to share your screen. A couple things about sharing your screen. Once you press that button, multiples of I would say images will pop up, and there are images of the different areas that you have open on your computer. So the first box allows you to navigate the whole entire computer. All of the other boxes pretty much only allows you to navigate that particular system. So if you pick one box that's Microsoft Word, you will only be able to navigate that particular Microsoft document that you're working at that time. So if you want to be able to navigate your system, always make sure you click that first box. The next icon that you will see is the chat function, which is really important. A lot of times the chat is the best way to ask questions and stay engaged and connect with everybody. So always utilize the chat. If you have questions, or, if you want to make a statement, use the chat. More than likely your instructor is monitoring your chat, so they will definitely get to your question if you have some questions. I also tell students, make sure you save the chat as well, because sometimes a lot of valuable information comes up in the chat. So in order to be able to go back and look at the chat, make sure you save the chat. If you see to the right, there's a box. It says to save the chat, click on these 3 dots. Just make sure you click that, and it'll save the chat to your computer. Another thing that I wanted to mention was being able to send certain people messages and chats. Make sure that you see that icon right where the chat, right now it says everyone, so it means whatever you decide to write goes to everyone. But if you want to send to personal individuals, all you have to do is press the arrow down and send it to whoever you need to send that information to. Okay? And then the last thing that you see is in meeting, and that pretty much allows you to actually leave the Zoom. Right? So these would be the different functions of Zoom. So next, we're going to talk about how to utilize D2L. So D2L is pretty much going to be the system that allows you to connect with your different instructors. All of your classes will be on D2L. So this is be the way for you to see, what classes you have, what assignments is due for that class. Your teacher will more likely put any information that you need for the class on D2L. So now we're going to go ahead and just show a quick demo of D2L. So I'm already logging in. So you would actually log in with your portal information. So all of you all should already have your portal information. You would just go ahead and log in with your portal username and password. So as you can see, this is what D2L would look like. When you see my courses, all of your courses that you're going to be taking will be in this section. So I'm going to go ahead and press this particular demo course, but of course it will be whatever class that you're going to be taking. Once I press that, it'll take me to how your classes are going to be aligned on D2L. Okay, as you see at the top, you have content, discussions, assignments, grades, tools, and then student support. So if you press content, it'll tell you to start here. Usually start here is pretty much any information you're going to need before the class. I'm pretty sure your syllabus will be under there. If you need any documents, any online material, all of that will be start here, because we want to make sure that you're starting the quarter off successful. So all of that information from your instructor is going to be there. Usually each module is a week. So if you see module 1, that's usually going to be week 1, and that'll be assignments that are due that week, reading material that's going to be due that week. Anything you need for that particular week will be under each particular module. Okay. Also, also within D2L, we will have discussions, and a lot of times within online classes, discussion boards are very useful and heavily used. So it's really important to understand and navigate how the discussion posts work. Usually within discussion posts, the instructor usually gives everyone in the class an assignment. You do the assignment, and then usually your classmates respond. So it kind of creates a back and forth dialogue based on whatever the assignment is. So it's really important that you pay attention to the discussion board and make sure that you are understanding how to navigate the discussion board as well. Then we have assignments. So this is good to see as well, because then you're able to see all of the assignments that you have for that quarter. And also allows you to see, how many points they are worth. And once the assignment is turned in and graded, you'll see how many points you received. And then also, usually your professor will provide any type of feedback based on the assignment. Then we have grades. This pretty much allows you to see all of your grades. And also, again, everything that you have due for that quarter. So it's always kind of good to look and see when things are due, what you actually have to do. So then, you can kind of mentally decide, when you're going to actually do things. And then we have tools. This allows you to look at the chat, a checklist, class list. So a chat allows you to have conversations with your classmates, your instructor. The checklist is also important. Usually it's pretty much whatever you potentially might need for the class. You also have your class list. So your class list will be a list of everyone within your class. As you can see, just kind of starting off just within this demo, you see that we've listed a few people. So within your class, you would actually see, all of your students plus your instructor. Okay. Also, if your instructor decides to create groups, you'll be able to connect with your group under this other toolbox as well. So next we have student support. So this allows you to connect with a lot of the support systems we have on campus. So, the library, ADA accommodations, you can get into your portal, if you need to get in contact with the registrar's office, learning support, tutoring, online student resources, and even CareerBridge. You can connect with all of our resources pretty much on D2L. So I'm just going to go back, and whenever you need to go back to the home page, you just press that. But I just also wanted to mention that, if, you can send messages. So if you see a number here, that means you have that many messages of people sending you messages. And then this is also the chat. All right. So like I mentioned before, definitely take a look and make sure that all of your classes are on D2L. So you should be able to see all of so if you're taking 4 classes, you should see 4 classes under My Courses. And the cool thing is, as you take classes, you'll be able to see all of classes that you've taken during your time at NLU. Okay. So next we're going to go back to our PowerPoint, and now we're going to talk about the modules. So before we get into the modules, I just wanted to bring up that I know some people are having a few issues with the modules. So just provide you with the best experience. Please make sure that you are using Google Chrome, okay? Also, when you are logging in, make sure that you are logging in with your whole entire email address. So for example, on the screen, I put a sample email address. Don't just put the beginning, which is usually your username, put the whole entire email address, okay? And you're gonna be using the same information as your portal. So the same email address and the same password, okay? So let's go ahead and jump into the modules. All right, so now we're in the module. I'm gonna go ahead and move this icon over so that you can see, and I'll probably be moving it back and forth because I wanna make sure you can see everything. So this is what you would see once you are logged into Presence. So in order to get to the modules, make sure that you are at the right site. So that's nl.presence.io/experiences. It will take you straight to this screen, okay? You can see this screen without logging in. However, in order to get credit for the modules, you have to log in, okay? So up at the right top, you see this little person right here. You're gonna take the arrow down And right now it says I log out because I'm already logged in. So yours potentially might say log in. So make sure you log in with your portal information so that you can get credit, okay? So for this experience, for your online modules, you're going to be doing the new student online orientation. So we're going to give it a little time just to load. Just give it a second. So this will be what you see once you press that. So it's new student online orientation. It's going to be details, which are the descriptions of what the modules will take place, and just giving you some insight, you know, how many modules and pretty much how long it will actually take. It shouldn't take no more than an hour and 30 minutes, so between 60 to 90 minutes to complete all the modules. And the good thing is, you know, if you start a module and you're not able to finish, you can definitely come back and complete the modules at your own pace. So these are the modules, and we want everyone to start here, okay? I'm gonna start here. All right, so as you can see, these are all the different modules. You see these two modules have a green check. That means these modules have been completed. So once you've completed all the modules, if you don't see a green check, that means for some particular reason, it's more than likely you did not log in. So make sure you log in. Again, if you know you've done everything and you don't see a green check, I will provide my contact information towards the end of the webinar. So at the beginning, we're just pretty much providing you all with some information about the modules, you know, the importance, you know, why it's important, what you'll get out of the modules, and just some additional content. Also, we provided you with just a quick overview of the campus, so like a quick campus tour. And then this flyer right here just pretty much talks about everything you need to do to complete this orientation process. So making sure that you've done your modules, which I'm showing you right now, practicing using D2L. So D2L was the system I just showed you. So just going in, you know, practicing, making sure that you understand all the components within it, and then attend one of the live new student orientations. So, you know, if you weren't able to attend, as long as you watch this video, you are good to go. Okay, so again, these are all of the different modules I'm going to be showing you. So like I mentioned before, as long as you see the green check, you have completed it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what one of the modules look like. So this is our academic advising and career bridge module. So just giving it a little time to load. As you can see, all of our modules start with a module overview, just letting you know what the module is going to be about. And pretty much all of the modules either have a small video, all of the videos are no more than about 5 minutes, either has a small video or just some documents to read, okay? So like I mentioned before, the modules shouldn't take you that long. So this video is some information concerning advising. We have some information about our career bridge, some additional information about academic advising, and then we also have our academic advising and career bridge contact information. Okay, so once you have looked at all of the content, you have read all of the content, you have watched all the videos, and this is for each module, you will scroll to the top. In the top, it says apply to earn, okay? This is really important because this is how you're gonna actually get credit for completing the modules, okay? Again, if you don't log in, you probably won't see this icon. So again, make sure you log in. So press apply to earn. It's going to take you to a couple of questions, a couple, you know, straightforward questions, okay? So for example, which department assists you with registering for your degree requirements? You would press, you know, whatever the answer is, which department assists in career exploration and resume building. So whatever the answer is, you would press that. Once you've answered the questions, you hit the submit for approval button. Just give it a little time just to load, process. All right, so now it says form has been submitted successfully. So now that it has been submitted successfully, we can go back to our experiences. Just give me a moment. Go back to our experiences. And as you can see right now, we just completed this module, Academic Advising and Career Bridge, and we just completed it. And so because we completed it, you see the green check, okay? So this is really important to make sure that as you complete the modules, for each one, you see the green checks, because that's how we determine if you completed it, okay? The Start Here module, that one will not be completely green until all of the modules have been completed, okay? Just to also highlight, if you are an education student, you guys have an additional module, just some additional content. We also put this information in the university support, but if you ever want to just go back and look at your own personal information, you can look at it in education student module. And also for Kindle, we did the same thing for you all as well. Just have some Kindle focused content and then some education student focused information as well. Also just want to highlight as well, just the process of just being able to get involved on campus. We have a lot of interesting and engaging things that are going to be going on throughout the year, even especially this first quarter with us being remote. We have a lot of remote events going on. So I just want to highlight some of the cool things that we have going on, some things that you can get involved in, and just some different ways that you can get in contact with us. So we have our Golden Eagle Leaders program. This year we have an emerging we're starting with the Emerging Leaders program, and then we have the Advanced Leaders. So definitely be a part of that program. It's definitely some really good information for you to learn that'll take you, that you can utilize even once you have graduated. So definitely take advantage of being a part of our Golden Eagle Leaders program. And then you can also just follow us on social media. We are on Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, and you can find us at NLU Student Engagement. And then also definitely download our Eagle Life app. And I know that you're watching this video, but if you can, take out your phone right now and follow us on all of our social media platforms, and take a moment right now just to download our Eagle Life app, okay? I always tell students every morning, get up, look at your phone, go to the Eagle Life app and see what you can get involved in today, on that day, okay? It allows you to see all of the events that we have going on that day, okay? Again, if you want to get in contact with us as well, you will see our Student Engagement Office contact information. Okay. I apologize for that. And once you have completed all of your modules, just want to show you guys one more thing. And that's just making sure that when you are done, there is a survey, and we want to make sure that you take that survey at the end. So at the very end, slowly, the very end, it says, congratulations, you have completed all of your modules. Just make sure that you go to this particular module and make sure that you complete the survey, okay? That survey gives us the information of how we can better utilize this system and make sure this experience is even better as we continue to grow as an institution and as we continue to grow utilizing the system. So please go ahead and take a moment to take the survey for us as well. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go back to my screen because we are pretty much done, and that's pretty much going over Zoom, as well as going over D2L, as well as going over how to access and navigate the modules. If you have any questions, you can email me at hwilson9@nl.edu. You can go ahead and email me, and I will answer any questions that you have. So I thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that we were able to provide you with the information that you're gonna need in order to navigate these systems. And again, we thank you so much, and we are so happy that you have decided that you have chosen NLU to continue your education. So again, thank you and welcome to National Louis University.